All right, guys, this is a very, very important training. I'm not going to take too long of your time, but just make sure that you watch this video from start to finish. Basically, we're going to talk over why doing it alone leads to failure. So, I have personally talked to over 5,000 men in their 30s, 40s, and 50s who wanted to lose weight, improve their body, and get healthier. I want you to tell me, do you know what they have all had in common? The answer is failure. Every single person that I've spoken to has failed. So no matter the number one, you only need to beat it once. Sorry, no matter the number, you only need to beat it once and learn how to keep it off just once. So many people try so many different times over and over and over and over again, but all you need to do is beat it once. That will start to form a new habit and a new pattern in your brain, the way that your mindset thinks about things, the way that you know what works, what doesn't work. All you need to do is just beat it once, just one time. Now, I have a question for you. What was the biggest challenge that you faced when trying to lose weight on your own? I'll say that again. What was the biggest challenge when trying to lose weight on your own? Was it getting lost when you reached a plateau and then not knowing how to beat it? Or was it not having the support and accountability to get all the way to the finish line? I bet you it was one of those two. So many men get close or even lose a good amount of weight, but then something happens and they derail, either putting some of the weight back on or all of it, sometimes even more than when they started. I'm sure that this has happened to a lot of you guys, and it's not uncommon. Don't feel alone on this. So many people have. It's just because when you're doing it on your own and you don't understand what you're supposed to be doing, and you hear so many different fads and bullshit that's out there online at the moment, where do you start? It's so hard to actually understand what is right and what is wrong. The only way that you beat your weight loss is with help, and that's when it gets easier and so much faster. This is the true way. So it's just so much time and energy thrown at it that people just can't seem to do it. And it's because they don't know how. They don't have the support. They don't have the education. They don't have the knowledge. So imagine throwing the car keys to an L-plater who had never driven before and saying good luck. All that's going to do is be a recipe for disaster. Would you do that with your own body? Would you just throw the keys to your own body to someone who has no idea about your body and just say, go and learn how to look after this? No, you wouldn't. That's what most men in their 30s, 40s, and 50s do with their weight loss. They just try to figure it out on their own, and usually it will end up in disaster. Time wasted, little to no results, frustrated, and then end up giving up. Does this sound like you? My dad was once there too. Same with the thousands of our clients who said one day, enough is enough. It's time to get help. So I want you to use the Facebook group, ask questions, watch the videos, put them into action. The more that you get involved in that community, the more that you're going to learn, the more that others are going to be able to support you, and the more motivation you're going to get. Now, this is what I think a lot more people need to actually think about. Do you need more support and accountability? That's what all of our VIPs have done. And that's the difference between them trying over and over and over and over again for years on end, losing so much time, so much money, so much effort, to just getting to the point where they said, look, I admit that I need support, I admit that I need accountability, and I admit that I need to find someone to help me. And that's why all of the people that we work with are in the best shape of their lives or well on their way to it. Maybe it's time to have a coach sitting beside you in the car as you drive so that you have all of the support and guidance that you need. Now, do you feel that you need more than just information to lose weight successfully? I'll answer that for you, 100%. Now, I want to ask you this. How confident are you that you can achieve your weight loss goals on your own? I'm going to answer that for you. You wouldn't be here if you were confident in doing it on your own. Now, I'm going to ask you this. This is why we have a VIP program, so that you can get coached through the fat loss, the muscle building, and the maintenance phases and beat this long term. We don't just want a quick 12-week transformation. We want to teach you and upskill you to have the skills to do this forever. Because there's no point in us just throwing you back out into the sea and then end up being one of the 90% of people that end up in a worse off position than when they started. So a long-term and sustainable approach is the only way to do this. Have a think about what you really need for this to be the last time that you ever lose weight. Have a really good think about it, because we're gonna drop some good weight off you in these next 7 days. But have a think about what you really need for this to never happen again. We do this once, we do it right, and we beat it for good. If you think you're after more support, you can definitely have a chat to the team, to the results team on your call, and they can see if it'll be a better right step for you. But between now and then, it's just time to actually think about where you are, what's stopping you, what you need, how serious you are about this, and then speak to the results team on your call. Now, make sure that you keep watching the videos. Remember to ask questions in the Facebook group if you need any help, and just keep kicking goals. This is the start of a better you. So you need to put all the effort and all the time that you can into this. This is going to be the start of a life-changing event, if you let it. If you put blocks up and you don't put the time and the effort that needs to be put in, it's just going to be another waste of your time.